Now we're on country roads, or the other direction. One of them has to pull over because there's not room to pass.
How long have you been in here, Ian?
So I joined in 2021.
All right.
So I'm still fairly new, really, which I hope I can do.
We're trying to pull over,
Start on digging a tunnel.
and he's going to wait for us.
We've got any tank devices.
Of course, we're on a big bus.
There's the pillbox down there to your left.
Oh, there it is. That's a World War II pillbox. They were small concrete bunkers built in strategic defensive locations to house soldiers and machine guns.
As we looked at the slides last night, that is the headquarter building. It's still the headquarter building, and that was wartime headquarter building.
I don't know if you wanted to go straight in or you want to look at our, well, you can see our HQ from the outside anyway. Do you normally... Yeah, just keep moving. Like, obviously, when your guys were here, not much has changed apart from the roof itself, because they used to have flat roofs. And then just across the way is the ops bunker, the ops room. Unfortunately, we can't go in there today, but
Where they switched the flag on the 29th of September 1942, and all of a sudden Debden, that was a proper RAF base, became the first American air base in 8th Air Force Fighter Command. It happened all right here.
Thanks.
Right here where the benches are. This is where the speeches were made.
in this square, you can see the accommodation blocks are now obviously new buildings.
Air Force
And we do have some photos you can look at
was
later
founded
on.
here,
Again, you can see the then and now, and it's quite
1942.
interesting on how much they've changed. Let's just stop there.
The
again,
base
that'd be
was
great.
bombed several times. So now if we see a
That's cool,
concrete
yeah. So a lot of the photos
patch,
taken from quite
that's
high
where
up,
they
taken
got
from
hit.
a water tower. Staff work now, but this
And
is
you can see the holes,
you
right?
can see the holes. Yeah, just yeah. Again, this place was hit with the chafing, bit of chafing and what have you. So they've been repaired during the attack that happened here.
shelter.
What's that?
Yeah, it's the original from the war, isn't it?
Yeah, and this one.
Right, Mike?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. The Mastiff, obviously originally from America. We started using them in Afghanistan. What we call the Dutch barns. It's kind of tutus, or used to be tutus hangar where they park a lot of the Mastiffs. That's the location of where the control tower used to be, and there is a photo of the control tower.
Going out onto the runway.
Are you okay?
Just open the gate. The dispersal area shows how the planes were scattered around the field, making them a more difficult target for the enemy.
And if you look at that photo, and like I said, you see where it kind of loops around, where the centre of the dispersal area is, that's right here. So it loops around.
The place where a plane would have been sitting at one time. Actually, that one looks more like a circular path.
And that's another one that loops up. So this area.
The gentleman, Don Gentili,
Wartime
who
runway.
was hot dogging for the press, and he slapped his propeller and bent the propeller. He made it down to the end of the runway, but as we get down here towards this flagpole, those trees that are ahead of us were not there at the time, and that's where he belly landed Shangri-La, and his tenure in the 4th Fighter Group was ended immediately, and that's where the crash happened. Spitfire or a P-47 or a P-51 and rolling down this thing. And as I mentioned, there was the Debden Rise. Now it's kind of settled down. I think it's flattened out a little bit, but this is where they took off from. It's kind of flattened off a little bit, but you can see there's a little bit of the grade ahead of us. This is the cross runway right in here. So this is the east-west runway that we're on now, and the north-south runway here. There's more dispersal points, as Mike pointed out, down to the left, where they had the blast shields alongside of the hard stands to prevent aircraft being strafed.
This was and is the officers' mess. You can see that the group that occupies it now is Explosives Ordnance Disposal Division. This was a bar. We were invited in for refreshments. Nice fireplace at the other end of this bar room. And we were into a room that looked like that, and there was a group. And here's some people. You might recognize at least one of them. That would be General Eisenhower in the center back. We left Debden and headed to Bury St. Edmund.
And probably one of the most picturesque little towns in this part of England. It's kind of built on a hill, and it's kind of known as a kind of a marketplace village, dating way back into I think I saw a sign going by back to 1141. And Kevin's going to be driving us down here to the High Street.
Oh, yay.
And also, if you notice just to the right here, as we're going to make the turn, you'll see this monument.
We've seen similar memorials in towns and villages all over Europe. Sad. This one remembers 174 lives lost in World War I, 37 in World War II, one in Palestine and one in Northern Ireland.
I saw a sign pointing off to the,
There's Cheers Restaurant. Looking at this building, it looks
does everybody know your name?
real Tudor style.
Yeah, what's
Looks
the
like
guy
it
that's
could have
always
been
up to
in
the
that
bar
age.
there?
In this area, without having Green King brew products, beer and ales and all this, Green King is actually based in Bury St. Edmunds.
Brewery. Been here for a long time. And during the war, Jimmy Stewart was stationed here, and he bought beer for the troops every week. He paid for it. That was nice. On the cathedral.
Can you get in the far right side? Why? Is there a car there?
Wedding cows in.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And a society, everyone shopping on the
You reckon can you get Saffron Walden up here, and as we come down the High Street, as I mentioned, the boys from Debden and the surrounding areas, this is a pretty populous community here, and all the gentlemen were away to war, so there was lots of the female form to chase if you were a young man, shall we say. And down here, as we come around just down past the stoplights, you'll see this ancient building that has a Tudor front, and this goes way back into the 1600s. It's called the Cross Keys Hotel, and if you look up the street way at the end, and if you can slow down just a tick here, Kevin, up here, that's the marketplace down in that area. There used to be another place called the Rose and Crown, and that burned down in 1964. There was a fire that destroyed the pub, but in tribute to the libations that were enjoyed there for centuries, they actually have a little marketplace called the Rose and Crown Market. And
This is a well-preserved Gothic gatehouse that served as the main entrance to the Benedictine Abbey of St. Edmund, one of the richest monasteries in England prior to its dissolution in 1539 by Henry VIII. About a block down the street is St. Edmundsbury Cathedral. It originated in about 1065 and was rebuilt in the 12th century. Then in 1503, it was rebuilt in the Perpendicular style. Further alterations occurred in the 18th and 19th centuries. Then it became a cathedral in 1914 and has been considerably enlarged in recent decades.